I've literally been looking forward to being reunited with Xing Fu Tang for so long. We've been drinking boba for 7 hours and my stomach is starting to really pay for it. Hi everyone! In today's video, we are doing trying every boba shop in LA. Yes, you heard that right. We are here in SoCal. It's literally my first trip since March 2020, so I'm super excited to be here. I just spent the past 3 days at Disney and I have 1 day dedicated to eating / filming. So you know, we gotta dedicate it to the one, the only boba. So I put a question poll on my story asking you guys for your very best SoCal boba recommendations and you guys really came through. Basically, we're gonna try as many as possible in this 1 day that we have here, and I'm prioritizing the ones that were recommended the most. And I just want to say there are boba places in SoCal like 7 Leaves, Tasty, Tiger Sugar, Sunright, etc, etc, but those places have NorCal locations. So if there are any SoCal boba spots that have NorCal locations, I've probably already reviewed it. So go check out those other videos on my channel. But yeah, I'm super excited. It's so hot here. It's time to cool down with some boba. So let's head to the first stop. Alright, so we just stopped by OMOMO, which I've heard so many good things about. I went ahead and got their most popular drink, which is the OMOMO matcha. They said it's like a blended matcha drink, and I also added brown sugar boba because we gotta test the boba. But yeah, let's just give it a try. Of course, I have my Feed Mei Mei reusable glass boba straw. Link is in the description. Ooh, I'm so excited. Okay. I was so afraid about the boba texture because since it's in a blended drink, usually boba gets too hard, but no, it's still nice and soft and chewy, but not mushy at all. Has a good bounce to it, but not hard either. So I really like the texture. I just got some of the like cream stuff that they put on the cup. That's pretty good too. The matcha flavor is really rich. It goes together so nicely with the creme brulee thing. And of course the boba texture, as I said before, is spot on. So I'd say for the drink, I would give it a solid 8.5. We're starting off this video strong. You guys know that that's not always the case in my videos. And then the boba, if it were in a non-frozen drink, I would probably give it like an 8.5. But since it's in a frozen drink, I'm gonna give it a 9 because it's very impressive that they can keep the boba texture even in like a frozen drink. So yeah, definitely impressed with OMOMO. And I just can't wait to come back and try some more of their drinks. But anyway, we have so much more boba to go. So let's head to the second stop. Okay, so we just stopped by the second stop, and I just gotta say, wow. The first stop was a 40-minute wait, and the second stop was also a 40-minute wait, and it's literally like 90 degrees outside. I'm just not used to waiting in such long lines in the hot sun for my boba, but hopefully it's worth it because all those people are waiting in line too. So anyway, I just stopped by Orobae, I think that's how you pronounce it, and they said the most popular is the Rising Phoenix Oolong Milk Tea. So I went ahead and got that. I added boba, of course, and when I picked up my drink, they wanted me to try it out right there so that they can make sure that I liked it, which is really cool because I feel like, you know, most places wouldn't do something like that. Oh my gosh, so I'm reading the back of the cup and it actually tells you what Orobae means. It says Oro means gold and Bei means cup. Like in Chinese, Beizi means cup, and the Oro? I don't know the Oro part. Probably should have paid attention in Chinese school all those years. But anyway, let's go ahead and try this. Ooh. I think the boba texture is pretty good. It's like soft and chewy. A little tiny bit on the mushy side, but it's still pretty good. And it's not hard, which is good because I don't like hard boba. The oolong milk tea is very fragrant. It has, I think, like a very deep, rich earthiness. I think it's like a pretty good level of creaminess. So yeah, definitely a solid milk tea. I think I would give the drink probably an 8, and the boba texture I would also give an 8. Overall, I would come here again. I want to try their other drinks as well. And yeah, let's head to the third stop. Alright, so we just stopped by the third stop, which is called HNTea, which apparently stands for Healthy Natural Tea. And their tea is supposed to be really strong. It's made with like mountain organic tea leaves. So I went ahead and got the strawberry jasmine green tea with boba, and I also added cheese cap on top. It originally doesn't come with cheese cap, but since I heard that they're known for cheese cap, I went ahead and added it. So before we go ahead and try this drink, I just want to let you guys know that today's video is sponsored by Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for you to explore new skills, develop existing interests, and get lost in your creativity. It's curated specifically for learning, so there are no ads, and their in-depth classes cover a wide variety of topics like photography, lifestyle, marketing, music, graphic design, literally anything you can imagine. And they're constantly adding more and more courses. They have classes for every skill level, so it doesn't matter if you're a beginner or a pro, they got you. You guys know my love for food, and I was so excited to see all the culinary courses they have, such as making fresh pasta, brewing the perfect cup of coffee, and my personal favorite, Practical Tips for Cooking with Intuition by Julie Yoon. This course was super helpful to me because we all know that a lot of the recipes passed down to us in our families don't use exact measurements, but rather intuition. What I love about Skillshare is that you can connect with fellow creatives and have a true community. They even have live classes where you can watch and learn in real time alongside other members. The best part is, the first 1,000 people to click the link in the description get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare, so you can start exploring your creativity today. Thanks to Skillshare for sponsoring this video, and let's get back to the boba. Let's go ahead and give this a try. I'm gonna give it a sip first to try it like with the layers, and then I'm gonna mix it up. Wow. The cheese foam is really like thick and rich. It's like very luscious. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this little cap on, and then I'm gonna shake it up so that it combines, trying not to make a mess. Wow, the tea flavor is super strong. I've ordered like strawberry jasmine drinks at many other places, and this one definitely has like the most tea flavor. The boba is actually not a bad texture, pretty soft and chewy. A little bit on the mushy side, but it's not hard at all, which is very good. The strawberry in the drink makes it kind of sour. I think I would recommend getting sweeter if you can. I got the recommended sweetness, and I think I would go like 1 up from that. So for the drink, I would give it like a 7.5, and for the boba, I would give it a solid 8. I think it's pretty on par with Orobae. So yeah, that being said, let's head to the 4th stop. Alright, so we just stopped by the 4th stop, which is Soy Good, and this is apparently like a vegan boba place. So they have a sign in the store that says like, I don't hate milk, I'm just lactose intolerant. And while I don't relate to that because I'm not lactose intolerant, I know a lot of my boba loving friends are lactose intolerant. So maybe you guys should try this out. We'll see. We're gonna do a taste test. So this is one of their signature drinks. It's called the Jade Bliss, and it has pandan, mung bean soy milk, boba, soy pudding, and coconut sago. And the worker was saying that they used to use brown sugar boba, but then they switched to this one, which is made out of maple syrup. The drink is super coconutty. It definitely tastes very similar to the mung bean milk tea at 7 Leaves because they also use pandan in their mung bean milk tea over there. The soy pudding kind of tastes like tofu pudding. I'm not sure if they're the same thing, but it kind of tastes like that. But the texture is a lot less smooth. It's definitely like more grainy, which I'm not a huge fan of. I would prefer if the pudding was more smooth. And the boba, it's just okay. Like it is chewy, but there is a layer of mushiness on the outside, and the inside is a little tiny bit hard. So overall, I definitely commend them for providing other options for people who are vegan or are lactose intolerant. I think I would give the boba like a 6, and the drink, it is like 7 Leaves mung bean milk tea, but I don't think it's as good. So I think I would give it around a 7. So yeah, that being said, let's head to the 5th stop. Alright, so now we're officially in the SGV/626. So we just stopped by Xing Fu Tang, which is actually from Taiwan, and I've had it many times in Taiwan. And I've even had it in New York, which is their first USA location. I got the brown sugar boba soft serve, which I've never tried before. And then of course I got the classic brown sugar boba milk, but this is melting, so I'm gonna go ahead and try this first. I guess I'll just try the soft serve first because the boba's like down there and this thing is already overflowing and melting. So let's go ahead and try the soft serve. Yeah, you definitely get a milk tea flavor. It's not the creamiest soft serve ever. It's a little bit icy. Look at how stretchy the brown sugar syrup is. Look at that. The boba stays really soft and chewy. even in the frozen soft serve. Out of all the boba soft serves I've had, and I've had quite a few of them, this one definitely keeps the best boba texture. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and try the signature brown sugar boba milk. This is my favorite whenever I'm in Taiwan. There's only one place that I think does brown sugar boba better, which is Chen San Ding in Taipei, which unfortunately closed.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
I think a lot of us are still mourning that loss, but Xing Fu Tang is definitely super good, at least the one in Taiwan. In the store, you can always see them making the boba fresh. They have it in this pot where they stir all the boba and it soaks up all the brown sugar flavor, and then they have some torched sugar on the top. I don't know if you guys can see it, but also if I tilt it, it might spill. So let's just go ahead and try this. Ah! It looks so good. It's not as good as Taiwan. That's just like the first thing that popped into my head. Don't get me wrong, the boba texture is really good. It still has that really nice and soft and chewiness to it, not mushy, not hard. I would say the boba texture is pretty on point. I think it's like the milk they use is not as quality as the Taiwan one. And it's interesting because I've had it in New York and I feel like their milk was better than this. So I don't know. I have to say I'm a bit disappointed. I've literally been looking forward to being reunited with Xing Fu Tang for so long. So yeah, I really hoped that it would be the same, you know? But unfortunately, it's just not. I also, for some reason, feel like the brown sugariness is not as rich as usual. I'm just so confused. It's definitely not the same high quality as Taiwan and even New York. New York wasn't quite as good as Taiwan, but it was pretty up there. This one, it's not doing it for me. Okay, well, let's go ahead and give it a rating. So I think for the drink, I think I'm gonna have to give it like a 6.5. I was hoping it would be a 9. And for the boba, it's still pretty good quality. I just think the brown sugariness could be more. Like, I'm just used to Xing Fu Tang's high quality, so it really just caught me off guard. But the boba texture is very good. I think I would give the boba texture a 9. But anyway, let's head to the 6th stop. I think it's the 6th stop. Let's head to the 6th stop. Alright, so we just stopped by the 6th stop, which is, I think I'm totally gonna butcher this name, Chicha San... I don't know, it's basically spelled out like Chicha San Chen, but since I can kinda read the Chinese, which I'm patting myself on the back for, it says chu, which means eat, cha, which is tea, san, which is 3, and then this last word I don't know, but I assume it's supposed to be like Chen or Chen or I don't know. But yeah, this is definitely one of the most recommended places. So I went ahead and ordered the bubble milk tea with regular sweetness, regular ice, and I can feel the boba down here. It's still warm, which is a good sign. This is definitely bringing me back to my childhood. Like, I don't usually order like a classic milk tea anymore, but this is the epitome of a good, classic, solid boba milk tea. It's seriously nostalgia in a cup. The boba is very bouncy, which is good. I will say, depending on the mouthful of boba, I do get some that are a little bit hard, but for the most part the boba texture is really good. The tea flavor is definitely there, and the milk tea is creamy. It doesn't taste watered down or anything, and it's also not too sweet. I'm surprised this is the normal sweetness because it's actually not that sweet. I feel like at another boba place this sweetness might be like 70 or even 50. Oh my gosh, there's like a shadow on my face now. You can see the shadow of my tripod. We're just gonna ignore that. Sorry if that's distracting. So for the drink, I would give it like, I think I would still give it an 8. If it was a bit sweeter, maybe I'd give it like an 8.5. And for the boba texture, I think I'd give it a solid 8 to 8.5. So yeah. Wait, is this a 6th stop? How is this only the 6th? It's like 7 p.m. Some of the boba shops are like closing, but we're gonna try our best to go to as many as possible, like I promised. So let's head to the 7th stop. All right, so we just stopped by technically the 7th and 8th stop because initially I was just gonna go to WUSHILAND Boba, but then I saw that in the same plaza they have this place called Boba Ave E, which I saw a bunch of people recommend as well. So I thought, why not review that as well since we're already here? So first we're gonna try the WUSHILAND Boba, and right off the bat, I just want to say, look at how much boba they give. Like, that is definitely a decent amount. So this is just the classic boba milk tea, and I ordered it because it seemed like it was the most popular drink. I know we just had a boba milk tea at Chicha San Chen, but we'll see how this one compares. And I know that some people think that this place is related to the 50 land in Taiwan, which is in Chinese called WUSHILAND, but I heard that they're not actually affiliated and they're just using a similar name. So I don't really know what's going on there. If you guys know anything about it, please leave it in the comments. But yeah, let's go ahead and try this. The reason my face immediately had like a kind of look is because the boba is more on the harder side. It definitely is chewy, but it's more of a hard and chewy than a soft and chewy, which is not something I prefer. In no way is it like really bad or anything. I just wasn't expecting it. But for the milk tea part, I actually quite enjoy it. It's like the perfect level of creamy. It's not watered down. Definitely has a tea flavor. It's not as strong as the Chicha San Chen place. Every time I say that, I'm so scared I'm butchering it. But yeah, the tea flavor is not as strong at that place, but I don't necessarily mind. I still think it tastes pretty good. So yeah, I would say the boba, I would give it like maybe a 7, and then the drink I would give it around an 8. So moving on, we have our boba from Boba Ave E. This is their most popular drink, the brown sugar milk tea with boba. And then also it was really hard to hear inside there because they're like blasting music and stuff. The cashier was saying something that there's like a promotion going on or something. I couldn't really understand, but they gave us 2 bobas, which normally of course I would be happy about, but since I've had over 5-6 cups of boba today already, I'm not super happy about this. But I'll bring this home so mom can drink it. Ooh. Oh my goodness, okay. The boba definitely has a rich brown sugar flavor. Like when I'm chewing the boba, it's definitely coming through. The boba texture is definitely more on the mushy side. Like it's soft and chewy, but more of a mushy soft and chewy. In the milk tea, the brown sugar flavor also really comes through. I think we got pretty lucky with the milk teas we got today. None of them were watered down. They had the creaminess. So overall, I would say that I would give the boba maybe a 7 just because of like the mushiness. And then for the drink, I think I would give it around a 7.5 just because I think I would prefer like the WUSHILAND milk tea or the Chicha San Chen milk tea. So anyway, we still are trying to go to a few more. It's literally, the sun is like coming down. So let's head to the, what is it, 9th stop. All right, so we just stopped by the 9th stop. Yes, the 9th stop, which is Bopomofo Cafe. And yes, this is Wang Fu Phil's boba shop. So of course we had to include it in this YouTube video. I've never been here before, but I've always wanted to try it. So this video is the perfect time. I think this is gonna be our last stop. I really wanted to make it to 10 places, but we've been drinking boba for 7 hours and my stomach is starting to really pay for it, so this is gonna be the last stop. So I asked them what their most popular drink was. They said it's this one, the watermelon oat milk, and I've heard really good things about this drink too, so I'm actually glad that they said that because this is the one I wanted to try. And then I went ahead and also got some spicy popcorn chicken because I really can't resist popcorn chicken, and I also wanted to try some of their food. Let's give this a good mix. Ooh, it's such a pretty color. Oh my god, the watermelon is so good. It's nice and sweet, so refreshing. It pairs perfectly with the oat milk. Wow, this drink, I didn't know what to expect, but it really lived up to the hype. Actually pretty impressed with the boba texture as well. It's soft and chewy, a tiny bit on the mushy side, but it's pretty spot on. Yeah, don't really have anything bad to say about this drink. Before we rate this, I'm gonna test one popcorn chicken. The spiciness is there. I love all the chili powder. Love the fried basil. It really takes me back to Taiwan. So yeah, definitely solid. Would recommend as well. So back to the drink. I would give the watermelon drink part 8.5, maybe a 9. I think I'm gonna give it a 9 because it's really refreshing. I haven't had a drink like this before at a boba shop. And the boba texture, I would give it a solid I'll give it a solid 8.5. Although it is a little tiny bit on the mushy side, it is pretty good. So yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I would definitely love to come back to SoCal and do a part 2, try even more boba places. And yeah, if you like this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell so you get notified when I upload. Give this video a thumbs up. And here's today's comment shout out. Thank you so much for your support. And if you want to be in the next video's comment shout out, make sure you comment something down below. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye! But anyway, let's head to the 6th stop? I think it's the 6th stop. Let's head to the 6th stop. Is it the 6th stop?
You want me to
Look at this receipt. It says brown sugar boba milk tea. Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark.
I don't know, they gave me 2 drinks.
I think she was saying something about that promo or whatever.
Oh yeah, something.
I'm so confused. Wait, we don't need more boba.
I know.
No!